Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Shenplays. Welcome back to the wonderful world of Kerbal Space Center, where today we have another monstrous rocket to launch. Today's rocket is going to Eve. That's why it is called the Eve Base Launcher, because we took a mission to put a base on Eve. Surface outpost on Eve. Has to have room for 12 kerbals. That's about it. And then it needs a docking port, some solar panels, some batteries, and that's about it. So here's our base. It's got some lander legs on both ends. It's got room for 12 kerbals. And I've actually realized that there's two different ways to transport 12 kerbals. The first way is what I've always done, which is using these hitchhiker storage containers. They're very large. They're 2.5 meters across, and they hold 4 kerbals, and they weigh 2.5 tons. And there's nothing wrong with them. They look great. I love the look of these things, especially the interior looks fantastic. But compare it to this thing, the Mark II crew cabin, which is supposed to be an airplane part, and I've used this on making like small passenger planes. But it weighs 2 tons, it holds the same 4 kerbals, and it's physically smaller. It's still 2.5 meters across at the widest, but the narrowest is only 1.5 or 1.25 meters across. So it's actually saving space and using less mass for holding the same amount of kerbals. So by using this piece, we are able to lower the mass of our base and yet still hold the same number of kerbals. And we're able to shroud everything inside this fairing here for entry into Eve's harsh atmosphere. And we can put all of our parachutes along the top, solar panels along the top, batteries along the bottom. And if we had used the regular hitchhiker thing, all this stuff would have had to be hidden inside a container. Like we probably would have had to use, where are these things? This thing. We probably would have had to use a service bay to put all this stuff inside if we were using hitchhikers, so we could still fit the fairing around the damn thing. But since we're using the like airplane parts, it looks like everything will fit just fine. Now granted, once the fairing comes off, maybe it'll catch on something and break off, and maybe all the kerbals will die. Who knows? But this is pretty much the same concept as the lander we used on the first Eve mission. We have a giant heat shield. This time we're actually using the largest one, the 3.75 meter heat shield. We're using a giant heat shield with a giant fairing, and then we have our base. And we have a probe head in here to control the launch of the rocket from Kerbin and the descending of the rocket into Eve. And then we're going to switch control over to the base itself, which has kerbals inside of it. And we should be able to control it from there. And that'll just decouple right here. Below that, we have our transfer phase, where for the first time we are using nuclear engines. And I tested this out in space. Seems to work just fine. We have some advanced nose cones, which are really cool. What's nice about these advanced nose cones is you don't even have to use any type of decoupler or octagonal struts or any of this stuff. Normally, when you wanted to attach engines on the side of a fuel tank, this is a giant fuel tank. Normally, when you want to attach engines on the side of a fuel tank, you've had to use like these radial attachment points or an octagonal strut, or just attach another fuel tank and then run a fuel line between all this stuff. But if we use these things, you can attach these advanced nose cones directly to the side of a fuel tank, and then you can put your engine underneath it, and it already transfers the fuel through. It's really convenient. I was like, wow, I didn't believe it worked this way. But it's just so nice, because that means we don't have to put any of this stuff inside of a fairing. It's already got this nose cone on top, and it's fine. So this is our phase that'll transfer, our stage that'll transfer us to Eve. We have some solar panels on here, and these 2 nukes, they got fuel for days. 3,000 delta V in that stage. Below that, we have a small fuel tank with a Poodle engine. And this is mainly to achieve orbit around Kerbin. Has nothing to do with the transfer to Eve, but if there's any fuel left, we might as well use it to start the burn to Eve. And below that, we have well, some struts to hold stuff together with space tape. Space tape is your friend, by the way. We have a mainsail surrounded by skippers, and this is the typical thing I do for a launch, at least in 1.0. Seems to work out pretty well, because you don't need a thrust to weight of more than 1.25, and you can see we're at 1.6, 1.6, 1.65. All the numbers are fine for the new version of the game. They're actually a little high, which is also fine. Yeah, let's get going. Oh, right, we also have another mission to plant a flag on Eve, so we'll try to achieve that. Assuming the Kerbals survive, we can plant a flag. We do have a ladder on this thing, so they should be able to get out, get down, and plant a flag. So who do we have in the crew today? We have Pilf Tyke, or Piff Tyke, Ding Dong Lol, Conjurus Rex, Unkutas, 100 Acre Woozles, Wes Defitor, 1984, Osami 100, CH Thonus, Gomer, Lave 2009, Echo Warning, and Odd Howard as our crew. Mainly pilots and engineers, but also a couple scientists to keep everyone doing their jobs. And let's go. Let's go. Oh, I should have saved it, huh? Whatever. I'll Twitch chat, just remind me to save it once we come back to Kerbin. Yes, assuming they survive. Do Kerbals add weight? No, they don't. Kerbals have no mass unless they're outside the craft, and then you can actually run into stuff and you can knock stuff over. But they don't have any mass when they're in the craft. Very convenient. All right, let me switch control over to, if I could find it. Game. I need to switch, there we go. Need to switch control here. Control from here. There we go. Now the gimbal is looking good. It's always important to know where your gimbal is oriented, and that should tell you which command module you're using to control it, to control your craft at the time. So if we switch over to control from here for one of these, not that. If we switch over to control from, gosh darn it, game. If we switch to control from here for one of these passenger modules, we can do that, right? We can do, you know, crew report, whatever. But it'll look weird on the gimbal, and it can be difficult to control your craft if you have, you know, control from here set to the wrong command module. So always check that before you launch, or else you could wind up with a very difficult launch. All right, is everyone ready? Let's go through. We got 4 girls in the first compartment. How's it look inside there anyway? I've never looked inside this thing before. It looks pretty cool. This is the passenger jet thing. It looks like we have some parachutes, but we'll just assume that that's food and other stuff, because you're going to need food on Eve, trust me. Anyway, first compartment is very much female. Next compartment, female, male, very mixed. And the final compartment, male, female, female, male. So the last 2 compartments are 50-50, but the first compartment is all women. Fantastic. You guys ready? And girls? Guys and girls, you ready? You ready to go to Eve? Your new permanent home. Oh, they're excited, man. Launching in T-minus 5, 4, 3, fuck it, just go. Whee! Oh, yeah. Conjurus Rex is having a ball. Whereas Piff Tyke is, I don't know, she's peeing herself or something. She's not too happy about this. She didn't sign up for this shit, and neither did Ding Dong Lol. But wow, look at Conjurus Rex. Ah! Oh, goodness. Let's hire some more Kerbals while we're here. What do we got? 1M4_. Welcome abroad. Who else we got? Forodrova. Welcome abroad. And what's up with my gimbal? Gimbal? There we go. Weird. Wait a minute. Why are we rotating so much? I don't know. Something's off. Alright, well, first stage separation success. We shouldn't have rotated this much. Very awkward. I'm going to roll over just a bit. I don't know what changed. We did a test launch with no crew, and everything went smoothly. And now that we have a crew, all of a sudden the gimbal's all freaking out, and we're rotating in the wrong way, and we're leaning over. What in the world? I did replace one part on the rocket before we launched. I replaced this phase here with a smaller fuel tank and a smaller engine, but I didn't think it would have any trouble. I don't know. I replaced a skipper with a poodle, and I used a half tank instead of a full tank of fuel for the achieving orbit phase, but I didn't think I would have trouble here. Oh, I'll just assume everything's fine, everything's nominal, nothing's wrong. Keep on thrusting. mean, it doesn't look too bad. It's just weird that we had some rotation and the gimbal was messed up. Anyway, stage separation coming up. Whee! Throttle up. All right, we're going to Eve. Yeah, I did add these girders recently. On the test launch, we didn't have these girders on the sides, but we also had some wobble. When we were just on the mainsail, we had some weird wobble. So I figured let's add some girders, a little bit of struts. Not struts, girders and space tape, which is typically how you get rid of wobble. But it looks like it added some air resistance or something because it was causing some rotation. I mean, now it's okay, but, well, whatever. All right, you guys look ready for Eve. Oh my goodness. Conjurus Rex looks absolutely thrilled for Eve. Everyone else on the crew looks horrified. Just absolutely horrified. Oh, no, I take that back. He's looking happy. Osami's looking terrified. CH Thoris has seen better days. He's been on better missions, I'm sure. Gomer is a little bit antsy. No, not too thrilled, not too thrilled, not too thrilled. Okay, so we have two Kerbals who are really excited for this mission, and everyone else is either freaking the hell out or not too happy. But maybe they'll be fine once we're in space. Maybe they're just worried about the actual launch, and I can understand that. Launches are pretty terrifying. All right, now we're down to just the mainsail. We're burning right into the sun here today. And let's roll over horizontal and get orbit. 1 minute, 30 seconds. A little high, but we'll burn it out to about 80, maybe 85. Then we'll go for orbit. Yeah, it's a lot more stable now that I've added these girder things. The first launch was wobbly. This one, not so much. 84, 85. Cut the engine. Okay. Let's get our solar panels out as soon as we hit 70K. Okay. Nice. These are just a small solar panels. We have more of them for when we're actually on Eve. But for now, we're just going to use these two small ones to keep electricity up while we're burning for Eve. We'll need more electricity once we're there. Okay, we have a 28 or 26.2 second burn coming up, which will use almost everything that's left in here. Wow, we're actually, wow, since we lowered the amount of mass in this stage right here, the poodle stage, since we lowered the mass from the test launch, we now have enough fuel in this stage to achieve orbit. So it looks like we could have removed the middle stage entirely. We didn't even need this stage. It was just a waste. Wow. Man, I wish I had known that. We could have saved, I don't know what this is, like 12 tons? We could have just removed this. Didn't need it at all. I feel stupid. Yeah, we have 29 seconds of fuel left in this mainsail stage, and the burn's only 26 seconds. Wow. Well, one more test launch would have been all we needed to figure that out, but oh well. Let's rotate just a bit. And we're going to start our burn at about 14 seconds. Okay, there's the wobble again. Now, I thought adding these struts here would get rid of this wobble, but it didn't. Whatever. It's not that bad. Everyone's okay? You don't mind the wobble? No, as long as the Kerbals don't mind the wobble, it's all good in my book. This is working as intended. Holy shit, that's a lot of wobble. Hang in there. Okay. Finish orbit. There we go. So we got 87 by 82. It's not a perfect orbit, but I don't care. We have ourselves a Poodle, which has 570 Delta V in it, followed by the two nukes, which have 3,000 Delta V. We are good to go, my friends. Oh, we need to add an alarm for Eve. Right. Now, we did look this up. Eve is coming up in 22 days. So we're going to go ahead and give us maybe a 1-day alarm, 1-day cushion. There's 6 hours in a kerbin day. And we can just fast forward until that day comes around. So back to the Space Center, please. Oh, let me turn off SAS. Back to the Space Center, please. Crack my back a little bit. That feels good. And let's fast forward 21 days and start burning. No, I'm not going to remove the fairing. Rasta, the fairing is there for entry into the Eve system. If we remove the fairing right now, all that shit is going to blow up in Eve's thick atmosphere. That's there to protect it. Let me get Kerbal Space Center, interplanetary calculator. There we go. Kerbin to Eve. Do the math. Okay, we're going to start. Okay, I see. Oh, what's this? I have no idea what that icon is. It could be drilling, maybe. That's probably drilling, huh? Looks like a drill. I don't know. Those are missions that are available that we haven't accepted. All right, so let's fast forward until these 21 days have gone by, and it'll be time to burn for Eve. All right, switch back. So we're going to want to burn at about 10 degrees off 90. Something like that. So if we zoom out, well, first off, set Eve as target. We're going to zoom out until the sun is left on the screen, like perfect left. And then zoom in until we have a vertical line here for Kerbin's orbit. Vertical line. Okay, we're going to want to burn right about there. Like maybe 10 degrees from 90, or maybe a little bit more this way. Something like that. All right, zoom out. Let's burn. There we go. I saw it. I saw something. I saw something. Something. Oh, it's close. Oh, there it was. There was an intersection there. There was an encounter. Don't do this to me, game. I saw it. You can't hide. All right, let's use tab to switch over to Eve. There we go. All right, so let's use our controls here to get closer. Oh, there it is. I see it. Yeah. So if we go down, will that help? Nope, the other way. Up. Come on, game, don't fool me. Don't fool me, game. Oh, shoot, way too far. Okay. Close. Nope, no encounter. Really? Okay, that's pretty close. So what if we drag our circle a little bit around Kerbin's orbit? Just drag it a tiny bit in either direction and see if we get an encounter there. And of course, hide the sun behind Kerbin so it's not in the fucking way. Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. 83 million kilometers, but you know what? It's something. It's something. Okay, so if we go just a tiny bit this way, is that going to help? It makes no difference, really. Okay. Makes like no difference. 66. What if we go a little bit green? Nope, the other way. 66 is the closest. So let's go some blue then. Blue. Oh, 65. Might just drag the circle some more. Okay, drag the circle. And this could be a situation where we just do the initial burn just to get ourselves something. And then once we get out of Kerbin's influence, maybe we do a little more burning. It could be a situation like that. 64.7 is not that good. 64.2. 64.1. Not terrible, not great. But it's nowhere near where we want to be. Not even close. $63.8. $63.2, $62.8. Alright, here we go. If we can pull it down under 10, I'll be happy. We'll do the burn, then we can do some adjustments once we get closer. But we gotta get under 10. Can we do that? Okay, 58. $56.5. It's so picky, isn't it? 55. There should really be a way to like automatically lower all this shit and just figure it out for you. And there's actually a mod called mech-jeb, which can do a lot of this calculation for you, and you can even have it do the burn for you. I mean, it really is cheaty. But at the same time, it's like once you've done a million of these things, it kind of feels like you don't want to keep calculating it yourself every damn time. That's what computers are for, right? I'm tempted to install that just for this burn, but I won't. I won't do it, damn it. I'm a purist. I also have the patience of a fucking rock. And if you don't have the patience of a rock, please skip forward about 5 minutes. Because it might take that long to get this thing where I want. Okay, looks like pink and blue are the ones that are going to have the most effect. $29. Hey, not terrible. And yeah, you really do need a lot of patience to do this, because it can take some time, and you might get a cramp in your wrist or something, or maybe you want to get up and go get some food, or who knows. Okay, 24. Well, we've cut it down considerably. There's still a long way to go, though. 24, 2, 23, 22... 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. Now you're cooking with gas. 15, 14, 13. Oh yeah, 12. 11, 10. Oh man, we're getting there. 9. Oh, almost 9. 9. There we go. 8. 7. 6. 5. Getting real close now. 4. 4.8 seems pretty good. And then it's just all blue and pink from there. Whoa, not that much blue. Holy shit. .4, 3.3. Come on, man. Get closer. 2.4. 2.3. No, no, no. The other way. 2.3. Maybe it's some green? Nope, just more pink. Okay. 2.0. I saw that. No, 2.0 seems pretty good. Maybe we'll just go for that. And then we can do some adjustments once we're on the way. 2.0 is pretty good. Oh, but we got 1.7. Holy shit, are we getting close. Now what's weird is, I don't know why I'm fiddling with this so much. We're going to get something that's atrocious, and then we're going to have to fix it. You know? Like, we're going to do our initial burn, which looks like, oh, it's going to be absolutely perfect. And then you do the burn, you're going to wind up, like, way off. Because you have to do a stage separation or something. Wow, we actually got it down to 200-something K. Holy shit. That's pretty fucking good. Oh my god, 81K. Look at that shit. 81 fucking K. Finally. That didn't take long at all, did it? Just like 3 goddamn years. Okay, well, let's turn on SAS. And let's orient. Our burn is going to start at 1 minute, 39 seconds. We're coming up on that pretty soon here. Wow, the timing of that. The timing of that was amazing. Burn's coming up right now. Everyone is excited as all hell. I can't express how excited I am as well. This is going to be fantastic. 1 minute, 39 seconds. We're going to detach. Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna get rid of this stage halfway through the burn. That's fine. 1 minute 39. Come on. Come on. Come on. 2, 1, 49. Full throttle, baby. Stop wiggling. Yeah, this stage only has 1 minute and 30 on it, and we're going to have a 4-minute burn here. Which hopefully is fine. Gosh. I have it set locked to the maneuver node, and it's just wiggling around like all hell. I mean, that does not look good. It certainly shouldn't be wiggling that much, but whatever. Maybe it wouldn't do that if we had RCS thrusters, but I have no idea. Okay, this stage is going to be done in 30 seconds. Very good. Everyone's excited? Everyone's fucking excited, right? Oh yeah, look how fucking happy the entire crew is just ecstatic. They're like, whee, we're going to another planet. We're never going to see our family again. Yay, no more taxes. No more food. No more comic books. No more internet. No more nothing. Yay, no more Reddit. Alright, here comes stage separation, and time for the nukes. Yeah. Go get them, nukes. Yeah, when you have SAS on and locked to maneuver, the SAS is constantly trying to adjust the heading because it's a precise stick. Yes, but it shouldn't be using the main engine thruster to do that if it can help it. Like, the main engine thruster shouldn't be going just wildly off in different directions to correct tiny little things on the gimbal. It should be doing just tiny little adjustments. But it seems fine right now. Thing actually looks pretty fetching. I like this. I like it. I like it. Oh shoot, our nukes are heating up. Are you kidding me? The nukes are heating up. Oh my goodness. No, you better not explode. Don't you dare. Look at that, they're heating up. Bad nukes. Very bad nukes. I didn't expect that at all. Okay, after this burn, we're going to right-click them and set them to maximum thrust of like 50%. And we'll just have to deal with lower thrust. Very bad nukes. Stop blowing up. Stop it. Still got 1 minute left on this burn. Gosh darn it. They're heating up too hot though. And even the aerodynamic cones on top of them are heating up too. Oh, darn it. Don't you dare. 40 seconds. Don't you dare blow up. That progress bar still has a little bit of room on it. Don't blow up. They're too close to the tank? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure that's what's causing it. Nukes tend to get very, very, very hot just on their own. But this is the actual first time I have used them here in 1.0, so I haven't really experienced it personally. But it looks like we're going to be okay. 15 seconds left. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll just turn them off. Now we're going to have to do some adjustments, because there's no way we got like an actually really good burn with all that wiggling going on. Okay, what did we get? We got 36 million meters. All right, let me zoom in on Eve. And let's see if we burn just a... What the... I did not say switch to. Fuck you, game. I said... Oh, goodness. I said... Oh, did I say switch to? No way. God damn it. Well, there's our Eve lander from a long time ago. I did focus view. Yeah, exactly. I did focus view. God damn it, game. All right, where's the craft? Is this it? That's it, right? Yeah, switch to. I know I did focus view because there's two buttons and I clicked the lower one, which is focus view. Come on. This isn't my first rodeo. I have to set target again. Set target. I'll just use tab. Tab, tab, tab. Done. Okay. So now if we burn just a tiny bit, let's see if we can get this to go closer, because it's currently pretty low. Just a tiny bit of burn. What do we got? Nope, further away. All right, let's turn around. Just go retrograde. And we'll burn retrograde until this comes closer. And this is the thing. It's like just these tiny... I'm on like minimum thrust. Just these tiny little thrust is actually making a big difference in our arrival at Eve. In fact, let me change the engines over to... Oh shit, they're still hot. Let me turn the engines down to just 10% thrust. So we don't go nuts. Can we do that? 11. Okay, 11 is fine. Can I find 11? There we go. 11 and 11. Okay. Alright, just burn gently. Oh yeah, that's coming in nice and close. Good, good. We'll have to do some radial or normal or whatever to get even closer. But we have lots of fuel. We have 2,400 fuel left over. That's more than we're going to need. It's an excessive amount of fuel. I don't know why I brought all this fuel. I did the calculations on how much fuel we're going to need, and it came out to 2,240, which I assume is still wrong, but I said, okay, well, if it's 2,240 to get from Kerbin's orbit to land on Eve, I figured I'm going to bring like 3,000, and I wound up bringing 3,600, which is way more than we're going to need. But it's what we brought. Alright, so we're coming in directly under Eve. Let's stop burning in that direction. Let's rotate anti-normal and see if we burn anti-normal, if this will get us closer, like, you know, go up. Just go up. Man, rotating this thing, even with a big SAS, the advanced SAS, even with the advanced SAS, it's still rotating takes a long time because we have a lot of mass. The lander is very heavy. It's making like no difference at all, this burn. Like nothing. Okay, what if we go radial and anti-radial? $18 million's not bad. We can live with this, but I'd rather be much closer. Now let's just make a maneuver. What am I doing? Let's just make a maneuver node. Backspace. Maneuver node. Alright. There we go. So if we go up... Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, that's much closer. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll go with something like that. Get on target. Let me put the throttle at full, because we're going to need a little bit of burn here. They look like they're still hot, but it's only a few seconds of burn. Okay, throttle back, throttle back. Let's go very gently. Oh, looks like we're actually going to come in equatorial if we keep this up. Nice. It'll sure make it easier to land somewhere where we want to. If you're in a polar orbit, it can be a little bit difficult, but we're going to be mostly equatorial, looks like. Cool. Alright, stop. Let's go back. Let's do another small burn. Okay. What do we got? 900K. We need more than that. Or we need less than that. 189. 99. That's not terrible. 99, you know. 99. 89. Alright, let's try that. Set thrust down again. 13. 8. Come on. I wish you could just match them. Like in GIMP. You can make 2 layers locked so that anything you do to one layer will happen to the same layer. Will happen to the other layer as well. I want that to happen to these engines. Anytime I set one thrust to be, 8, I want the other one to go 8 at the same time. Alright. So let's just burn gently here. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. There's our first lander, the Eve Explorer Mark 1. Of course, unmanned probe is different than landing 12 Kerbals in a goddamn base. This is a much bigger mission. A lot more mass that we're delivering. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it there. It's a little closer. A little closer. A little closer. We'll go for like 100. Okay. SAS off. And let's drift. We still have tons of fuel. Let's put the throttle back up. Throttle back up. And once we get to Eve, actually, let me put it down like 15. Once we get to Eve, we'll be able to adjust our approach. Because we're pretty good. It's a pretty good approach. Okay. How long until we get there? A long time, I guess. Holy shit. We have other missions that sound fun, too. We have a mission to explore Gilly, which I want to do. We have a mission to put a satellite in orbit of Ike. I'll probably won't show that on screen, because we've already done a mission to Ike. But we'll see. It's hard to decide what should go on YouTube and what shouldn't. Because on Twitch, we stream like 8 hours a day. And we can just do a whole bunch of crap. Like, before we started recording today, I did a few really simple missions just to make some money. Which is great. You guys don't need to see me just sitting around, you know, throwing satellites into the air all day. But, you know, it's a great way to make money. Okay, so we have an Eve parry of 80k. That's pretty good. That's pretty much on target. Fast forward. There's no music. It's creepy. And I was like, ah, it's like the only thing. All right. Sphere of influence change. Good, good. There we go. And our approach is, looks like it's a crash. No, we actually have a parry. Okay, what's the parry? Parry is 80k. All right, so do we want to adjust it at all? Probably. Let me go ahead and SAS on, and I'm going to F5 here. And I think what we're going to do is just burn a little bit radial, or anti-radial. And I want to collapse this parry axis down to maybe 65k or something, and let's just land. Let's just land. The only thing wrong with that is we could land on water, and I really don't want to land on water. If we land on water, I'm going to be quite unhappy. Yeah, I don't want to land on water, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, just very gently burn here. And I think 65 should be okay. If we're just coming into land, 65 should be fine. I think. Okay, good enough. SAS off. And let's go. I will set a maneuver over here so that we'll get Kerbal Alarm Clock to automatically pause before we enter the atmosphere. And that way we can collapse the solar panels. Kind of important. Okay, where the hell is Eve? I didn't even see it. Eve. Eve. Damn it, where is this thing? It's purple. Where is it? Why don't I see it? Eve? Eve? Oh, there it is. Hi. It was hiding. It was too close to the sun. We couldn't see it. Okay, it looks, this is perfect. Looks like we're gonna come in over land. Fan-freaking-tastic. That is just perfect. We're gonna be over land. I love it. Turn off the maneuver node. And I think all we need to do now is ditch all this equipment. And let's orient retrograde first. Stop being so excited. We're not even down yet. They're like, yay, it's big and it's purple. God, the Kerbals, they're just so derpy. All right, let's ditch all this crap. So we're left with just the heat shield. Okay, it looks like SAS is going to do nothing. So we'll have to rely on the heat shield pulling us down. I didn't put an SAS inside here, and I probably should have done that. Because right now we have no rotational control. But the heat shield is very heavy. It weighs, what, 2.8 tons? So it should be able to pull, or not to pull, it should be the heaviest thing on this. So it should be able to rotate around and take the brunt of the atmospheric entry here. Let me see if I can use the WASD to roll over. Okay, roll over. Get the heat shield back there, please. Please get the heat shield back there. Oh my goodness. Maybe it won't do it because this is the most aerodynamic part of the craft. Okay, that could be a problem. I cannot roll over. Wow. The ablative plating is doing absolutely nothing. Well, maybe we just have to count on the fairing being enough to protect us. Although I don't think the fairing is enough to handle his heat. This heat is going to get ridiculous. Can I roll over? I can't roll over. WASD does nothing. I'm going to set it to retrograde. It's not going to do anything. Well, heat shield's doing nothing for us right now. I'm a little bit worried, actually. Then again, it also looks like we're leaving the atmosphere. We're like a speeding bullet. Okay, this is just strange. Yeah, we're leaving the atmosphere. Okay, so can we roll over? No, we can't roll over. Oh, we're very slowly rolling over. Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to hold W. We'll roll over just really slowly. Really slowly. No, we're stopped. We stopped rolling over. Yeah, I don't know what we can do about this. Huh. This is an unexpected problem. Okay, we're rolling, we're rolling. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. But then we have to find a way to lock it so that it won't come back. Right? It could just be that that was the most aerodynamic part of our craft, therefore that's why it went through the atmosphere first. But really you'd think the heaviest thing would go first, and the heaviest thing is by far this heat shield. It weighs almost 3 tons. Okay. Get on that retrograde, like there. Okay, turn off SAS. And let's fast forward, and it looks like we have an orbit, and then we're going to come in and land. Wow, okay then. So that's a thing. We're also spinning wildly, but we'll probably be okay. As long as we're able to actually roll over and get the heat shield forward, I think we'll be okay. Here we come again. Alright, let's see if we can come in and land this time. Are we going to be over land or over water? Land. Perfect. Like pretty much the same land mass as before. Alright, get that heat shield in front of us, please. Easier said than done. Holy crap. Okay. Retrograde is what we want. Just lock it in at retrograde, please. Nope, stop rotating. Stop rotating. Oh, God. There we go. Well, I can't control it. I got nothing. Oh, this is just the most horrible feeling, not being able to put the heat shield forward. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Yes, yes, heat shield forward. Heat shield forward. Yes, yes, heat shield forward. Good, 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 good. Yes, yes, heat shield forward. No, 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 no. Oh, God, that's not the right angle at all. Heat shield forward. Heat shield forward, please. No? Oh, goodness. This is awful. That is not how you want to enter. Holy shit. Oh my God. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. That is not what you want. At all. Not even close. I have it set to go retrograde. It gives no fucks. It is not going retrograde. The heat shield is not doing anything. I mean, I don't know what to do at this point. I'm going to use W and A to try to get this butt end down, but it doesn't seem to want to do that. The ablative plating is actually getting damaged, so that means the fairing is definitely getting damaged, but I don't know how badly. Well, we're at 60k and dropping. That part's good. Come on, get the butt end forward. Get the butt end forward. Gosh darn it. We are falling on our side. Yeah, I'm trying to rotate with Q and E, but it's not doing anything. It is not rotating. Well, like I said, I should have put an SAS inside of here. That would have made this far better, but I didn't, therefore this is bad. Without an SAS, we have very little control over this craft. It's just falling at whatever it wants. If we had an SAS, we could easily lock it in at retro. But you know what? The nice, pleasant music just goes well, especially if shit starts blowing up. If shit's gonna blow up, well, that's great. $40k and dropping. I don't know how the fucking fairing hasn't been destroyed yet. This is impressive. Fairing OP. You can see part of the lander sticking through the fairing. That's not good. Did we actually fall through that safely? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Are you fucking kidding me? We fell through safely. Wow. Okay. Yeah, aero braking success. We barely even used the ablative plating. The fairing took up all the damage of the heat there. Let's go ahead and get our parachutes out, I guess. What the? Okay. I forgot to switch control over to this guy. Why won't the parachutes open? Huh? Parachute's not opening. What the hell? We have electricity. Open the parachutes. Game. I can't right click and open. I can't open them from the staging. We have electric charge. Don't give me that crap. Twitch chat saying we don't have electricity. Of course we do. We don't have a command module? We don't have a command module? So you're saying that these things don't count as command modules. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we can't even open the lander legs. Yeah, I can't even turn the lander legs on. Or the lights or anything. Nothing can be turned on. Okay, this is just bad. How can kerbals not count as a control module? How can kerbals not count as control modules? There's pilots in here. Apparently they don't count as control modules. Okay, well, that's good to know. We have no parachutes. We have no lander legs. This is great. At least Conjurus Rex is having a good time. That is just the most ridiculous thing ever. So we would need the Mark II probe. There is a probe that fits this type of Mark II airplane crap. We could add that in here, and that would give us the control that we need. But we don't have that, so yeah. I didn't know we would need that. Live and learn, folks. Live and learn. 2K above the surface. None of the kerbals are any the wiser that anything is possibly wrong. Eve's gravity is very high, so we are going to hit the ground with an immense amount of force. This shall be a collision for the ages. Here we go. Whee! Splat. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. Tell you what, we can do better than that, but it looks like that's the best we can do, at least for landing this thing. We could F9 and try to use the probe. There is a probe on the craft. It's part of the heat shield. We could try to use the heat shield probe to land. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Try to use the heat shield probe to land. All right. Wow. What an adventure. What an adventure. So we need to burn anti-radial. Or, yeah, anti-radial. Just gently. My goodness. Those poor kerbals. What did they ever do to deserve it? What did they ever do to deserve it? They did nothing wrong. Alright, get us something decent. A little lower than 65. Maybe 60. No, 60. Let's start to 62 or something like that. 65 was a little too high for the initial pass. It was fine for the second pass. 65, 64, 63. 62. Okay, we'll try 62. SAS off. No, SAS on. Not retrograde. What I want is retrograde from this position, which will be there. Okay. So get us oriented in that direction. And we'll try and see if we can't stay, because we have, look at this giant SAS. This SAS here is really amazing. So we're going to try and see if we can keep this SAS attached to our craft for long enough to lock the heat shield in a proper direction so that it will actually protect us on entry. All right, here we go. Trying to land on Eve with no command module. Take 2. Retract the solar panels, don't need them. Now here I expect the nukes to blow up. I expect this fuel tank to blow up. But the SAS, I hope, survives for a little while at least. I'm going to try to keep it locked retrograde. Alright, here comes all that wonderful heat. The nukes should blow up pretty quickly. The parachutes will blow up. The fuel tank will blow up. All this shit's going to blow up. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I brought way too much fuel for this. There was no reason to bring all this fuel. Which means the initial launching could have been a lot cheaper as well. Okay, no, it just wants to flip over. It really wants to put that fairing forward. I think the fairing's just really aerodynamic, therefore it gets dragged to the front. So strange. I love how peaceful the sound is while we're, burning up in Eve's atmosphere. Alright, looks like 62 was pretty much perfect. We're going to come into land here. Great. And all this garbage modules in front of us are taking most of the damage here. In fact, oh, the ablator has taken a lot of damage. Interesting. Even though the ablator isn't in front of the craft, the ablator is actually taking a ton of damage, which is good, I guess. It means the fairing's not getting damaged. It's odd, but whatever. Yeah, nothing is blowing up. This is so weird. Well, we're down to 51. The atmospheric effects will stop somewhere around 39, something like that. At least they did last time. Right, we need the parachutes to go before the heat shield attaches, you're right. Or else we won't be able to deploy the parachutes, which would be a tragedy. Unfortunately, that also means it's going to be really awkward landing the damn thing because the heat shield's going to, like, lean down, but at least if the heat shield hits the ground first, it won't break the craft because the heat shield's pretty durable. Okay, 34, and we still have effects. Okay. Ablative plating is half gone already. Wow, we burned through over 1,000 ablative, or almost 1,000 ablative plating. But it is slowing down. Okay, 29, 28. Oh, okay, there we go. We're slowing down. 600 meters per second and dropping. 550, 500, 450. Very good. I can't believe none of this shit broke off. Not even the fucking, not even the solar panels or the engines. I don't understand. Why is everything so durable? Very odd. Alright, let's detach this lower crap. And the fairing. There we go. Now let's get our parachutes out. The orange ones, the drogue chutes. There we go. And they'll slow us down quite a bit. Yeah, we can't detach this heat shield because we have our control module is right there. We got to leave the heat shield attached. Wow. Do I need to bring the command module down for it to count as a base? Possibly, but that's not actually listed as part of the requirements. Just says antenna docking port generates power. Doesn't say anything about needing a command module. It might need a command module. I have no idea. We're at 10,800 meters and dropping. Landing gear? We're nowhere near the point where we need landing gear. Why are you worried about landing gear? We're so far up. We're still at 10,000 meters. Do you want them to break off in the atmosphere? Is that what you want, Twitch chat? Is that what you want, Twitch chat? Twitch chat wants the landing gear to break off in the atmosphere. You guys are horrible people and you should feel bad. Yeah, I have no idea why the heat shield isn't pointed towards the ground. The heat shield is definitely the heaviest thing on this entire craft, by far. There's no reason why it's sticking up like this. Unless it's bugged out. Now, when 1.0 came out, the 1.25 meter heat shield said it had mass, but when you actually attach it to your craft, the 1.25 meter heat shield did not actually have any mass. And it could be the same problem here. It could be that this heat shield mass is bugged out. It's possible. You think we need to deploy the power panels before we get the generate power requirement? Nope. Generate power already has a check mark. So, nope. Pretty sure for that you just need to have solar panels and batteries attached. I don't think it checks whether or not they're open. Which is weird. Still slowing down. You can see scatter now. Those little dots are scatter. SAS is set for retrograde? Oh, good point. You think the SAS is what's doing this? Yeah, it's possible. Turn off SAS. No, it doesn't seem to matter. Okay, passing 4,000 meters. I'm going to open the other parachutes. There we go. Whee! Now the heat shield goes down. There we go. Okay, so the weight of the heat shield is definitely making a big difference now. The drogue chutes, the red ones, will fully deploy soon. Let me take a look at what altitude they fully deploy. Is it 2,500? Yeah, 2,500. So about 300 meters, the red ones will fully deploy. And the other ones are at 500 meters, right? Yeah, 500. Okay. So here go the red ones. Now, bingo. That'll slow us down quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get our land-o-legs out. Land-o-legs. Okay, for some reason they don't seem to have physical problems with this thing, which is good. Let's get our ladder open. Get the ladder open. Turn the lights on. Get the ladder open. There we go. At least the ladder's a non-physical object, so that's not going to collide with anything. But the legs up here, these legs might break off. When we detach this fairing, it's going to collide with the legs here, because the legs, these do count as physical objects. The ladder doesn't, but the legs do. So I'm concerned that these legs might break off once we've landed. We'll see. We might not even need to take the heat shield off. Depending how hard we hit the ground, we might not even need to take it off. Okay, passing 1,000 meters. Passing 700 meters. At 500, the orange parachutes will fully deploy. We'll slow down quite a bit more. 570, 560, 550, 530, 520, 500. We're now down to 3 meters per second. That should be a nice, gentle landing. It looks like we might land face down on the heat shield, which is really awkward. I think I might detach the heat shield, everybody. So let's get our solar panels out, and let's detach the heat shield. Because it's really dragging us down. Whoa! Oh, they're breaking off. No. Really? At 3 meters per second, they're breaking off. You're kidding me. How the hell are they breaking off at 3 meters per second? I don't know. We're barely even moving, and these things are breaking off. Okay, I guess I won't deploy the other ones. How are you breaking off at 3 meters per second? Wow. Okay. Well, I still have the other 6, but I guess I won't open those. That's so weird. That's right, the atmosphere is super heavy. But I'm very surprised at this slow speed that they're breaking off. Well, here we go. There's our shadow. We're at 240 meters and dropping. You think the parachutes are doing it? I don't think the parachutes are technically physical. I don't think the parachutes are physical. Well, we'll see what happens. I hope we don't land fucking face down on the heat shield. I'm going to go ahead and do an Alt F5, which means we can name whatever we want this quick save. I'm going to call it Almost Eve. And what we're going to do here, that's Alt F5 to do this. What we're going to do here is open some more solar panels. Hopefully they don't break off. Please don't break off. Okay, they're not breaking off. Good. Well, one of them did. 2 of them did. 3 of them did. 4 of them did. Okay, well, 2 of them didn't and 4 of them did. I don't know why they broke off. And we're going to decouple this thing. I think it's about time to decouple this thing and just come into fucking land. $20 meters. 2, 1, 10 meters. There we go. We're down. We did it. Okay, so the question is, does that count as a base on Eve? No. So apparently without the command module, it doesn't count as a base at all. Interesting. Yeah, no check mark. No check mark. Interesting. Okay, so we'll try to land with the heat shield then. Oh, that is so awkward. Okay, we'll try to land with the heat shield then. Alt F9. That is so weird. What the? Okay, whatever game. Did you see that? Oh, the parachutes opened in different directions? That was fucking weird. Okay. Okay, parachutes. Alright, now let's see what happens here. We're at 60 meters. I'm really curious to see if it puts us nose down into the ground. I freaking hope not. Alright, here we go. We're landing. 2.9 meters per second. Oh, it's going to put us nose down. God damn it. Well, whatever. There you go. There's our fucking base. Apparently that counts. Open the solar panels. Well, there's our base, gentlemen. Mission fucking accomplished. Best Eve base ever. And we could have avoided this entire problem if we just put a probe head on the actual lander. That would have fixed this problem entirely. But apparently I'm a goddamn moron and I didn't think of that. So, let's see if we can eject someone. Get out. And let's go ahead and plant a flag on Eve. Because that's another mission that we have. Fantastic. Good job. Guten Jobben. Eve Tower, you got it. Welcome to the Eve Tower Hotel. Rooms available. At the low rate of $65 per second. All right, there we go. Well, we made it. I wouldn't say this is the best base possible, but if we had a probe head on this thing, it would be much better. We would land on our lander legs. Lander legs! We could actually deploy shit once we're on the ground and landed. We'd be able to get out. We could use our fucking ladder. It has a goddamn ladder that we can't even use. Gosh, this is just a massive disappointment. That's what she said. That's what she said. Well, we had fun at least, right? She's taking heat damage out here. She's gonna die out here. That's good. Apparently on Eve you take heat damage just by being outside. Wow. Okay then. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Oh goodness. I should put a ladder along this thing. RCS does nothing. It does nothing. Alright, I guess I'll leave her in the shade here. Hopefully she won't die in the shade. Here, get onto the solar panel. Hopefully she won't die here in the shade. Oh, maybe I can just right click and get her back in. No, I can't get her back in. That's too bad. Lights on. There you go. We can turn the lights on. Perfect. Lights on. Lights on. Oh, this one's too far away. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I've been Shen, you've been you. This was the Epic Eve base. I wouldn't say it turned out as planned, but it turned out. She's still heating up here in the shade. That's not good. Hang in there, okay? We might send a rescue mission, but I think you might just be stuck here working in this hotel room for forever and ever and ever. Bye, everybody. Alright, welcome back, everyone. You thought it was the end, didn't you? But after about, what, 10 minutes of playing around, we figured out there's actually a certain way we can make this sort of work. And all we really need to do is open the landing gear while we are deploying this heat shield. We tried it, it worked out. Let's see if we can't make it work again. Nope. Alright, we'll make it work. Bear with me. We'll make it work. Maybe we just got lucky on the first try, because we tried this once and it worked right away. Basically, we deployed, or we decoupled this heat shield thing, and it just instantly did what we wanted it to do. It flipped over on the lander legs. There we go. There we go. Yes! Success! Look at that. And now we can just say, hey. We can say, hey. Oh, well, first, let's grab a little Kerbal here. What up, girlfriend? Run, please. Now, there is a problem. Back on Kerbin, when we were testing this craft out, we were able to grab the ladder, and we were able to use a command called climb out. Or is it climb out? There we go. We're able to use this command where it says F climb out. And what it did is it climbed from this ladder, and then it started walking along here. It would just get off the ladder and walk. But here on Eve, it is not letting me climb out. So to get around that, you can't just walk up the ladder and keep walking. It doesn't work. To get around that, we can walk up the lander legs. It works just fine. Which is strange, but hey, you know what? When the ladder fails to work on Eve, you use the damn lander leg. There you go. There we go. Done and done. Board. Oh, it's full. Let's go to the next one. Oh, well, before we board, look at this. Extend solar panels. Extend solar panels. Look at this. Look at this. This is all without a command module. The only thing we can't really do here, which is very sad, is we can't we can't transmit science back to Kerbin. So we're not even going to bother doing surface samples and stuff like that. But you know what? Fuck it. Don't need no damn command module to do my shit. We got our lander legs out. We got our ladder, which will let us walk down safely. And we have lander legs, which will let us climb back in. This is awesome. So despite all the things that went wrong on this mission, we are able to get Kerbals out and about. We have electricity pretty much permanently. And we can do whatever we need here. We have 12 Kerbals safely on the planet Eve. Sort of. I mean, they're there, but they can't really do anything. I hope you guys like an eternity of hell, because this is your life now. We are mission accomplished on putting a surface base on Eve for 12 Kerbals, and mission accomplished on planting a flag. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Eve mission. Next up will probably be Gilly. But that'll be then. Next time. See you then. Have a good day.